So we're back with our second video for our social study project, and in this video we are still talking about Al-Fateh and Vlad the Impaler. Who's Vlad the Impaler? Of course the Dracula in the Dracula Untold story. But in this video we add some other more components such as the introduction to the story, objective and the conclusion for this story, so that you guys, I think it will help you guys to understand more about what we are trying to say. So let's not waste more time, enjoy it.
So today our topic is about Dracula versus Muhammad Al-Fateh. So the reason why our group choose this topic is because we want to correct the mistake that had been manipulated by the Western producer. The story was began at 15th century. Usually when we talk about Dracula, what was coming out from our mind is about an entity of a ghost. However, the truth is Dracula is a man. Actually, this story was began when Dracula's father offered two of his sons, which are Radu and Dracula, to join Ottoman military. After they had studied, Radu remained in Istanbul while Dracula back to his country and be the ruler of his country. Al-Fateh sent one of his emissaries, which is known as Hamza Bey, to meet Dracula. This is because Dracula need to pay the jizya. However, Dracula refused to do that and asked Hamza Bey if he want to enter to the palace, he need to take off his turban. However, Hamza Bey also refused to do that, and due to his action, he been killed by Dracula. So this is how the war began. The Sultan Muhammad Al-Fateh has sent a massive troop of army, but Dracula, the fact that he know the Ottoman and the tactic very well, he was able to defeat them. They killed the troop by impaling. So in the end, Dracula was being killed by Muslim army, and his head had been put at the gate of Constantinople.
explain about the objective of this video. First, the objective of this video is to reveal the truth about the untold story of the Sultan Muhammad Al-Fatih and Dracula, or which known as Vlad at that time. Alright, second, we want to improve about the existence of the Dracula and its identity in this movie is not according to the history. And the last objective is we want to prove that Sultan Muhammad Al-Fatih was not a cruel person as mentioned by the Christian.
Okay, for the expected outcome, first, to individual. So, as Muslim, we should be more aware toward Islamic history. This is because to increase our faith toward Allah and Islam. Second, the community, society will view Islam in new perspective and start to respect our religions. And the last outcome is national. The view of world toward Islam will change, and they started to accept Islam as a peace religion.
As we all know, Islamic empire during Prophet Muhammad SAW and his companion era is built on a strong faith toward Allah SAW and his messenger. All the Muslim leaders are a greatest leader of our century. As mentioned about story of Sultan Muhammad Al-Fatih, his leadership is even mentioned in one of Prophet SAW hadith. So how can we as a Muslim didn't even know about that?
Okay, overall, from the history that we have presented just now, it can be concluded that every history must come from the primary sources, because based on the Dracula Untold just now, the storyline was changed by the Westerners, so it's not based on the primary sources. And next, you as the historian, you must be objective in judgment in order to avoid from being biased. And next, other than that, any information that had given to the society must be filtered in order to avoid from get a wrong information. Moving on to the last conclusion, which is I would like to conclude that we as a Muslim, we should be aware of the history of the noble ruler of Islam empires such as the Abbasiyah, Umayyad and Uthmaniyah, because we can avoid from being manipulated and deceived by non-Muslim, like the story of Dracula Untold. It has been manipulated by the Westerner about the storyline. Thank you.